A lot of people, when it comes to division, okay, what happens is we have something like 70 divided by 35, okay, and we all know the answer there is 2. What happens if we multiply both numbers by the same amount? So for example, if I multiply both numbers by 10, I now have 700 divided by 350.
Same answer.
Same answer. So what happens is, if you have a fraction and you multiply the top and bottom by the same number, the answer still remains the same. Therefore, if that's the case, then what we should also look to do is maybe do this with decimals, okay? So if we had a decimal, I'm going to call the decimal 68.64, and what I'm looking to divide into that is 2.86, okay? Now,
that's how I did in primary school. You take away the decimal.
exactly, right? Now, if I was to do this, alright, on the calculator, right, my answer is 24. But we don't have the luxury of a calculator in your test next week. So here's how we do it. What we decide to do is we multiply both of them by 10 until we get a number that no longer has a decimal in it. So for example, we multiply it by 10 once, it changes to 28.6 and 686.4. Multiply by 10 again. We're going to get 286 divided into 6,864. Now we can start dividing, okay? Now, it goes in, I say about 3 times, doesn't it? Not 3 times, twice. Now multiply, it goes in twice, because 286 won't go into 68. So you multiply it twice, and what we get here is, everybody quiet? What we get here is 2 carry the 1, 16 carry the 1, oh sorry, 17 carry the 1, and 2 multiplied by 2, 527. Now 686 minus 572 is 114. Now it's going to be 144. Do you do it the long way? Like, oh sorry, 572, take it away, you get 144. Bring down the 4.
114.
Okay, oh sorry, 114. Now what we get is 1,114 divided by 286. Let's count up. Once, no. Twice. 3 times. No. 4 times actually. Okay, multiply 286 by 4. And what you should get is 4 carry the 2. 32 plus 2 is 34. Carry the 3. 4 multiplied by 2. 8. 8 plus 3. 11. It goes in 24 times, okay, and that's your long division done. I don't think the examples you're going to get in the book are going to be as hard as that, so we are now going to try out number 13, okay? Now number 13 states the brackets have to come before the division. So we take them away from each other, and we get 5, 0, 31. Okay, so 31.05. Now we got to divide 31.05 divided by 6.9. Now what we're not happy about is they both have decimals in them, right? So how are we going to stop the decimals? Yes, Harry?
Times by 5, which just moving the decimal point.
Times by 10, yeah?
Yeah, sorry.
So multiply both of them by 10. We get 310.5 divided by 69. Will we try multiplying by 10 one more time?
Yes.
Alright, now we're going to get 690 into
3,000.
and 5, okay? We divide it in. 690 won't go into 3010, alright? 690 into 3010, 5. So let's count up. I think it's going to be around, it might be 5 times, but I think 5 times is going to be too big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's try 4 times.
Yes.
4 into 690, multiply it out, what do we get? 0, 6, 3, 4 times 6, 27. Take away 2760, and what do we get? 4, carry the 1, 340. Now bring down the other 0. So it currently went in 4 times, and see the way it's directly above the point? It's going to be 4 point something, okay?
You know, put that on the What about?
Just give me a second with Steve, right? You bring the 0 down. Now you count up again. I reckon this one will go 5 times. 690 multiplied by 5, anybody? 0, 5, carry the 4. 3, 4, 5, 0. Take it away. It goes 0. So this time it's going to be 4.5 times the answer. Does anybody want to see another one done?
Yeah.
Okay. Now with number 18, okay, what we're doing is we got to do the bracket first. So we're going to do 10.1 minus 1.4, which is
9.7.
7. Borrow the 1. So that turns into 9. 8.7. Okay. Now what we have is 50.46 divided by 8.7. Now we're going to multiply them both by, and we get 87 into 504.6 multiplied by another 10 if you want. 870 into 5046. Yes, Sean. Multiplied by 10? Yeah, but I'm just explaining the shift. I would do it right away, but I need to explain that. Okay? Now, what happens is 870, alright? To do this, round 870 up to 900. How many times would 900 go into 5,000 roughly? 900 into 5,000? About 5 times. And I reckon this will go about 5 times as well, won't it?
Yeah.
We'll find out. Try 5 times, okay? Shh. 5 multiplied by 870, anybody? 5, carry the 3. Okay. Now be very careful, guys. Add another 870 on. If it's bigger than this number, we're correct. If it's smaller than this number, we're not correct. So let's just add on.
It's going to be bigger.
It's bigger. So we made the correct decision with 5. Okay? Now that we know we made the correct decision with 5, what we need to do is we need to take these numbers away from each other. So we have to take away 4350. And what we're going to get is 6. 5 away from 4 doesn't count. Borrow the 1. Changes that to. It's no longer 50, it's going to be 49. So that's going to go 9 times 6. We borrowed 1 from 50. See, it turned the 0 into a 9 and the 5 into a 0. I'll redo it. Just look again. So 6 is in the question.
I know that.
It's the question.
Yeah, I know that. No, just saying you put 6, 9, 6 down there.
Okay, just give me a second, right? 6, right, take away, you change the 50 into a 49.
Yeah.
5 from 14 is 9.
Yeah.
49 minus 43,
Oh, that's
6. Okay, then what we do is, sorry, excuse me. Don't know what happened there. There's some science for you. Okay, sorry about that minor malfunction there. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to borrow down a 0, and now we're going to have to count how many times does 870 go into 6960. Now for me, yes?
Not if you bring the decimal point with it.
Technically all you have to do is match up the decimal above it. That's all I do. So 870, I reckon 6 times is too small. I think 8 times. Because 8 times. Because 8 times 900 is 7,200. It's going to be a smaller number. So we'll try 8 times. 8 multiplied by 0. 0. 8 multiplied by 7. 56. So it's going to be 6 carry the 5. 8 times 8.
64.
So 69. And it cancels. Your answer to this question is 5.8.